See, trophy tips.
Finger was made by Tim Burton. Hope you know that.
Silver and
trophy
gold.
tips.
Trophy
Wait,
tips.
I'm gonna
No,
keep
we
using
have
that.
the.
Cheers.
I know, but I'll keep doing it. That gives me some sort of
Hold on.
contribution.
Can I
What
at
is it?
least can I make that side note now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's a big question
Okay.
I want to not only pose to you, fine gentlemen, but I also want to pose to our readers. We recently received a little thing which I'm going to play right now.
Silver and gold, silver and gold.
So that right there is an example of what we can do, which is actual musical intros to our different segments as opposed to us singing. Now, our tradition is that we all sing joyously and make silly songs and noises. To readers, to you gentlemen, do you want to see actual musical intros that readers could submit and we could use on the show? For example, the one I just played, or say like an actual news bite for the Roper Report, things like that.
The question
we are
is,
in 2010.
Here's the important part.
Yes.
This is why you might want to vote yes. If you vote yes, it gives more work to Ryan.
Didn't think about that, but yeah. If it would increase the production value of our podcast,
Yeah.
Sure.
it's worth it.
Like the one you just played that sounded like this.
Silver and gold, silver and gold.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Thanks, buddy.
No problem.
After it's all done, I'm gonna
Wait, some people might not have actually heard it very well the first two
Roper
times.
picked
Can we
up on
hear
what
it
I'm doing
again?
here.
Silver and gold, silver and gold.
All right, good. I think people later on in the show, when they get to the end, they might not have remembered what it was to write in.
Well,
so
I'm not gonna play it
we'll
again.
have to play
Yeah,
it a couple
remember
more
if you're
times during the
writing-
show.
right into
that would just get
beyond@IGN.com.
annoying.
Beyond@IGN.com.
Anyway, so yeah, do we want people to send in what they think we should do?
I don't know
like
what it
this?
sounds like again.
Silver and gold, silver and gold.
I'm not playing it that time. I'm not going to play this stupid thing.
Well, now you
Five
just
times.
determined that it's not going to get played. Then,
Well, now,
if
yeah,
you're
you
not
just called
actually
it
going to
stupid.
insert
You
them.
answered your own question.
Now you're proving that you're too lazy to insert it where people would want it to be if they said
I
yes.
want it to be played
So now
once
voting
per
is
show.
pointless because you're not going to do it.
Once per show. That's all. Of each
No,
for
no.
each segment.
For each segment. But we
Dictator
only,
Ryan
but we only
says
have
no.
one, so we have to play it like 7 or 8 times, however many segments we have.
What I'm saying is I don't want people to get sick of it already.
So
because
what you don't want to
enjoy
happen
it.
is that you have to insert things over and over again like this.
Silver and gold, silver and gold.
Do you want White Knight Chronicles
You know what's
to get
awesome?
reviewed?
You know what's awesome is if you don't insert it, this won't make any sense.
No,
Or it still will
kids
make
will
sense,
understand
but
it. Kids will understand.
yeah. Anyway,
Just stick random fart noises in
Also,
there.
if you want us to buy an RV and do the podcast from the parking lot in an RV, let us know at beyond.ign.com.
I would like that very much.
Amazing.
awesome.
Yeah.
The podcast
Mobile Beyond.
RV that never moves.
Yeah.
It's on cinder blocks in the IGN parking lot.
You know what would be kind of awesome though is
An
if
old Winnebago coming to you from.
you know it'd be rad is like we rent one of those party trolleys in San Francisco, right?
Oh,
It just
yeah.
drives around, it's actually on wheels but looks like a trolley.
Yeah, yeah.
And we record the show from in there and we're like, all right, we're going to be going around these blocks at this time. Go stand on the street and as we pass by just yell Beyond.
That'd be
and we have
awesome.
there'd be a lot of noise in the city going on, but it would be kind of cool to have random Beyonds happening as we're
I think the problem is that I don't know if there's a lot of our listeners are in the Bay Area though.
Well-
like they're spread out all over the
They'd
We're
place.
going to have to tour all around the world then.
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. Let's do it.
Expensive trolley ride.
But
Yeah.
wait, as a serious answer, I think the answer to that is no. I think we keep the normal noises and
So
sounds.
just
of the
us
book.
doing
yeah.
our sound.
Because,
I like
while,
the occasional-
because while I like the sound of like this,
Silver and gold, silver and gold.
I don't. I think it's
What a dick.
Ryan, you asked for it.
How did I ask
By
for
trying
this?
to improve the
But
podcast,
yeah,
you asked for
me
it.
wanting the show to be better.
I'm going to bring
I
back
get
Mr.
punched.
T here in a minute.
sir.
No, Mr. T.